All right, we are back live right now, and we are about to start this game. So we are actually going to start this game. We've got Hamburg post right now. We're going to have runners on first and second. There's going to be nobody out in the game. And boy, we got a lot more still left here to play. So let's see where we go from here. Up to bat will be your shortstop. From Lakeshore, Zach Evans, who's going to start off. Again, runners on first and second. There are now. And that's a curveball just high, looks like, for ball one. And there's a bloop. Ball's going to fall in right now for a base hit. So Zach Evans with a fly ball base hit that drops in between the shortstop and left field. That brings bases loaded, nobody out, your right field. And that's a ball one, curveball inside corner, just off the plate, ball one. And that's ball outside. 2 balls, no strikes to the right fielder, Jordan Prince. Pitcher gets set, delivers, and that's going to be on the outside corner. That one's going to be a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike on the outside corner. And the pitch, and that's a curveball. And Hamburg right now down 4-1, and that's a foul ball right now by Jordan Prince. So we got 2 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded, nobody out. The pitcher, 2 strikes. We got bases loaded, full count, nobody out. The pitch, that's a foul ball. It's a foul ball. So right now we're going to redo the bases loaded again. The pitch, strike 3 right over the heart of the plate. Got to swing at that one. Okay, we got bases loaded. 1 out now. The pitch. And that's ball. And that pitch, curveball. That one's in for a strike. So we got the count. Goes 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. That's a pit. That's hit. That's in a gap. That's going to fall. You've got right now 1 run in. There you go to second. There's 2 runs in. Ryan Smith with a bases clearing double to tie up the score. We have a 4-4 ball game now. Ryan Smith from Maryville stays hot with a big double out to the fence, clears the bases. We now have a tie ball game in the top of the 3rd. We go 4-4, 1 out. Ryan Smith on second. Next at bat, number 7. And that pitch is just high. Ball 1. And this one's in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. I'll tell you right now, looking at Matthew Brewer, he is not afraid to throw the curveball in any spot in any of the counts. He's got a nice curveball to go in there that actually falls into that strike zone. And Jake hits a ground ball. This will go right to the shortstop. Out at first base. Ryan Smith, though, advances to third. So right now we've got runner on third, 2 outs, brings up your center fielder from Orchard Park, Jake Goronsky. And that's a foul. And the pitch. That's a ball up high outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. We have a tie ball game now. Hamburg post 4, Randolph post for the center fielder from Orchard Park, Jake Goronsky up to bat. And there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So we actually have Matthew Brewer comes in, strikes out 2 of the 3 for outs, also with a ground out. But you have a big hit by Ryan Smith with bases loaded to tie the ball game. We go now to the bottom of the third. Hamburg post 4, Randolph post 4, and back out to the mound goes Taylor Vogel. Desiderio, and again, besides the one early on, a pass ball to get the run, Taylor comes in, he shuts down. Now let's see, after a break, what Taylor's going to be able to do. Taylor has a long break right now that he had between innings. Didn't through, I think it was 16 pitches was his pitch count in his first inning of out there. See what happens as far as it wasn't a lot of pitches, so it wasn't like his arm was going to get really tight. But definitely got the rain here. We never got anything. There was storms all around us. You can see it. The radars were showing it. The radars were actually saying that hail was going to come in, that it was going to get like up to 60-mile-an-hour winds. We started getting a wind, little bit of drizzle, and then that's it. Never came through. It actually broke up before it got to us. And so we were just in a weather delay, in essence, because of lightning. And we are back out now. So, and now we've come out. We got a ball game here. We knew this was going to, like I said to you guys early, Hamburg's a team that constantly fights, does not give up. And again, comes out of the break with a nice big hit by Ryan Smith to tie up the ball game. Up to bat now, you actually have number 20, the third baseman, Troy Kinney. Taylor delivers, and there's strike 1. First pitch strikes are huge, especially when you have an umpire with a tight strike zone. Those first strikes help you to start nibbling a little bit more and more. There's strike 2 by Taylor. Warming up in the bullpen right now for the Randolph post. And then Taylor delivers a ball on that one. So we've got 1 ball, 2 strikes right now. Reaches out, loops it in, and out to the right fielder, Jordan Prince with the catch for the first out of the inning. So 1 out, nobody on. Up next, the left fielder, number 3, Tatum Marsh. So Taylor Vogel comes out of the gates exactly what you want to do, especially after a break. First pitch strike, first out, all those things were very, very important to get himself started for the inning. So first pitch here, ball 1. Ball low right there. And pitch. That's to the shortstop, Zach Evans. Comes up, throwing off to first base and gets the out. So 2 batters up, 2 down for Taylor Vogel. Now they go to the top of the lineup for Randolph post. And top of the line. Settle in for his team. get his team some more confidence, especially have time to score. They've already gone down twice, went down 1-0, tied it up 1-1, went down 4-1, tied it up 4-4, and did it right in the half inning right after it happened. So inside pitch, takes it foul right down into the bullpen. So we've got ball 1, strike 1, 1-1 the count, 2 outs, score 4-4. Taylor Vogel delivers the pitch. Down. Taylor delivers. Outside ball, though. 3 balls, 1 strike. Count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on base. Your leadoff batter, Harris Jackson, is up to bat. Taylor delivers the pitch. Curve, went with it, but it was an outside pitch, so you've got to walk. Runner on first with 2 out brings up the number 2 batter, the center fielder, number 4, Trevor Marsh.
Number 4, Trevor Marsh.
Set to deliver his next pitch. The pitch outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Taylor Vogel from St. Francis comes into relief right now. Been doing so far a great job. He's got 1. The pitch, swing, foul ball, and the foul ball is going to hit a couple cars in the parking lot over our grandstand, but you still are going to have a 1 ball, 2 strike count right there. Boy, I'll tell you, the parking lot's real close here. There's some damage to vehicles here, I bet, during the year. The pitch by Taylor, that's a foul ball. Another one that's going to go off into the parking lot. And yes, that one did get a car. I think everyone's looking to see what car it just hit. So ball 1, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Taylor's going to deliver the pitch. And there was timeout called. No, the pitch was delivered. So Taylor Vogel is going to get set here to deliver a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch. The pitch, fly ball in the air. Up pound.
The official pitch count for Taylor Vogel is 33. Some more of your Mid-Atlantic Regional Tournament sponsors, the base hit sponsors, Big Signs, Aiken Stitches, Asheville Alarm and Electric, Asheville Fire and Security, Lance, Frito-Lay, Village Grooming. And fans, our appreciation to the Hampton Inn and Fairfield Inn and Suites for serving as our hosts.
All right, so we've got another new pitcher entering the game. Number 14, Dawson Davis, is coming into pitch for the Randolph Post. So again, we've got a 4 Randolph Post. So it's been a lot of there's been a lot of walks in this game. The zone is a little bit tight there by the umpires, so we've definitely had a lot of walks early. But it looks like both teams are trying to figure this zone out a little bit, and the walks have stopped. Now it's going to become hit after hit, and who's going to be the big hit. But you're seeing as our pitcher's warming up, as Dawson's warming up, he's got a hook. He's going to be throwing that curveball, almost the same thing that we saw from Matthew Brewer, where he's not afraid to throw that hook under any circumstances or whatever the count is. So we'll see what happens right here. But coming up to bat is going to be your first baseman from Lakeshore, number 24, Nate Lockwood's going to lead off the inning, followed by your catcher from Lakeshore. So here we go. We're going to start off the inning in a tie. We're in a tie ball game here, 4-4, and we're in the top of the fourth. Tons of games still left to play. Bus for strike one, no balls, one strike. The pitch, inside corner, strike two. No balls, two strikes to the first baseman, Nate Lockwood. Pitch delivers and a swing and a miss. So we've got one out, nobody on. Up to bat, your catcher, Spencer Quilos from Lakeshore.
Number 23, Spencer Quilos.
Pitcher delivers, two outs, nobody on base. Back to the top of the lineup. And comes up your second baseman, Joey Roward. Pitch gets delivered. And that's a low outside pitch for a ball. We got one ball, one strike right now on Joey. The pitch, curveball, down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, curveball outside, 3, whatever the count is. And there's pitch strike right on the outside corner. We've got a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. And it goes right up the middle. They were shifting Joey. You can actually see the second baseman was playing almost directly over second base, like they actually exactly where he went, and they get the play at first base. Joey's out going to first. So we now go to the bottom of the fourth inning. 4-4. So Dawson Davis actually has 10 for his pitch count that inning. So keeps his pitch count low, gets his 1-2-3 inning. We haven't seen a lot of 1-2-3 innings. The last one was the first inning that was done when starting pitcher was actually in there for Randolph Post. Braxton Davis had a 1-2-3 inning. So back out to pitch. Number 1 from St. Francis, Taylor Vogel, who's going to come out there. Needs another big inning. He's going to need to do it. See in the middle of that lineup right now, as you'll see the middle of the lineup actually come up to bat, starting with the number 3 batter, Spencer Lanier. So we got a great game. It's exactly what we expected here. We're hearing scores from earlier in the day. The first 2 games of the day went into extra innings. So we've had some great games so far. The only game that wasn't close was the game that we just saw last when we saw a 12-2 game. The other team from North Carolina won 12-2 with a couple of the big home runs that we talked about that went over the 400-foot wall. But let's go back. We are now ready to start the bottom of the fourth. Taylor delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. And that's a foul ball. So now we've got no balls, 2 strikes. Remember what I've been talking about. When you get that first pitch strike, it opens up the zone. So first pitch strike led to another swinging strike. He goes to the outside corner. The zone opens up a little bit more for you as a pitcher. Wow, Randolph Post got their bullpen going again. where they've got two pitchers warming up in the bullpen right now. They've got number 3 warming up. Number 3, is Tatum Marsh warming up. And number 4, who is Trevor Marsh, also warming up. So Tatum Marsh and Trevor Marsh both warming up right now in the bullpens. And then there we got right now low pitch, count 2-0 right now on the next batter, the catcher Austin Curry. He's low. He's not calling that low strike. 3 balls, no strikes right now. You would think this pitch is going to come right over the heart. Taylor delivers the pitch just outside. So we have a walk. There's 4 balls right there. We have a walk right now with number 15, Easton Morgan, up now. Like I said, a lot of happening over there in the bullpen right now for the Randolph Post. And there's a strike right over the plate. Taylor Vogel with a first pitch strike. So now we've got no balls, 1 strike, 1 out, runner on first base. Taylor Vogel throws a pickoff back, tries to pick off the runner over at first base. He's safe just to kind of keep him close. Ball, we have 1 ball, 1 strike to the shortstop. And that's on the outside corner, not called for a strike. 1 strike right now. Pickoff move. Called him safe. Close move. It looked like he was looking to see if he caught the ball there. Was a very slow call, but he called him safe. Ball, hit the third baseman. Ryan goes over to second, over to first. Safe at first. Runners out at second, safe at first. Runner on first. Brings up number 5, the right fielder, Blake Marsh. Score 4-4 right now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runner on first, 2 outs. First pitch, ball 1 inside. Another pickoff move. He's safe over at first. But, boy, they're keeping him close. Taylor Vogel's got a nice move over to first base. Keeping them honest, making sure they're not getting those jumps because you don't want that stolen base and put that runner in scoring position. Taylor delivers. Ball low. 2 balls. And outside, stays outside, so 3 balls, no strikes. I'll tell you, we're at 10 o'clock right now. The loser of the game, 12:30, comes back an early game. Whoever wins will get a chance again the late game at 7:30. So we'll see what happens on how it breaks for either one of the teams. But we have a great one right now where it's 4-4 in the bottom of the 4th. We have a 3-0 count. The pitch. Outside. So ball 4. Again, we've got a couple walks here. We've said it. The umpire's got a tight zone. He's not going to go outside those corners. You've got to get it on the white of the plate. He's not going off that plate at all and giving anything extra. Runners on first and second. Taylor Vogel's going to deliver his pitch. Strike 1. Fly ball to the outfield, the center fielder underneath it. Jake Goronski runs it down in the gap for the last out of the inning. And Hamburg Post gets out of the inning with no runs scored. So we now go to the top of the 5th. We've got a tie ball game, 4-4. Wow, we got a great one here. Anything can happen, and definitely we've still got 3 more innings of play. So we've got a lot of baseball still left to play. And it looks like right now, Dawson Davis is going to come back out for another inning, even though the Randolph Post was warming up two different players, center fielder, to come into pitch. So they are just being very cautious right now of their pitching staff. So right now, Hamburg Post has got what they want. Right now, the second, third. Right. So right now, coming to representing St. Francis High School, number 4. It was actually now St. Bonaventure, but was a St. Francis, is Hitch Edwards. The pitch, line drive right up the middle. Boy, I'll tell you, they are shaped. Great hit, but he was sitting right there and grounds out to the shortstop for the first out. Next comes up the shortstop, number 2, Zach Evans from Lakeshore. Curveball inside, ball 1. Going to deliver the pitch. Another curveball. Stays on that inside corner for another ball. So 2 balls, no strikes. Slate for a strike. So we've got right now 2 balls, 1 strike on the shortstop, Zach Evans. The pitch, down low, 3 balls, 1 strike. What you're looking to get is that base runner. You want that base runner on board right now. Third base. Zach Evans out at first base. So literally the ball is right down the line. It looks like it was going to hit the base, in fact. And if it did that, anything could have happened. But so now we've got nobody out. I'm sorry, 2 outs, nobody on base. And we now have Jordan Prince up to bat.
Number 25, Jordan Prince.
And that pitch goes right back up the middle to the pitcher and gets Jordan Prince out going to first base. So a 1-2-3 inning right now for the Randolph Post, where we're going to go now to the bottom of the 5th.
New York, no runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. The official pitch count for Davis is 17. 17.
All right, well, Taylor Vogel is going to stay in the pitch. Hamburg Post does have right now something happen over in the bullpen right now. They are currently warming up. It's hard to see. I can't see the number right here who they're warming up, but they're warming somebody up in the bullpen. They're hidden kind of behind posts, so it's kind of hard to see exactly who's warming up. But right now it looks like Hamburg Post is warming somebody up, and there's reasons right now why you'd want to talk about other pitchers, even though Taylor Vogel's pitching absolutely, making sure they've got different people available. Troy gets a line drive out to left field for a single for the leadoff batter. So big leadoff hit right now for Randolph. And now comes up to bat number 3, the left fielder, Tatum Marsh. And they're going to bunt in the air, but it's going to go out of play. So they're trying to bunt over their runner into scoring position. They know right now runs couldn't be at a premium right now. Things are starting to settle in this game, and we got a tight one, 4-4. So no balls, one strike right now but pulls back for a ball. So we've got count 1 ball, 1 strike. And right now you see the Randolph post in the low, 2 balls, 1 strike. And over in the Randolph post, they got number 7, Cameron Fordham, right now warming up in the bullpen, the lefty. So we've got here right now 2 balls, 1 strike, the count here. And that swing right now in a foul ball bounces right over a couple cars out in the parking lot. We now have 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, runner on first base. And Tatum Marsh gets back into the batter's box. Taylor Vogel gets ready to deliver the pitch. And foul ball. Randolph post with 5 hits. The Hamburg post with 3 hits. Right now, you have Ryan Smith with a huge hit out to the right center field gap that got through with a bases clearing double. That was a ball outside by Taylor Vogel. So now we've got a full count. Full count, nobody out. The pitch, and that's ball 4. So now you're going to have runners on first and second with nobody out, and brings up the top of the order where they're going to bring up number 10, Harris Jackson, the second baseman.
The second baseman, number 10, Harris Jackson.
And they're going to bunt. And he's going to lay that bunt down. Going to go over to first with it. Safe at first. That's an infield single for a bunt. Going to be the person to cover third base. Ryan Smith had no choice because he bunted it so hard, and with his wheels gets on base. So now you've got bases loaded, infield in. Your second batter, Trevor Marsh, the center fielder. Oh, Taylor looks like he slipped on the mound there a little bit. Looking back, something happened there. Looking into the dugout. Let's make sure he's okay. So 1 ball, 1 strike. Looks like he just hit a spot and slipped on that one. So right now, bases loaded. 1 ball, 1 strike, nobody out. The pitch. Outside for a ball, 2 balls, 1 strike. Another ball, 3 balls, 1 strike. No place to put him right now. That's a swing, foul ball. Balls, 2 strikes. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Big pitch right here by Taylor Vogel. The pitch. The wind is not able to come up with that catch. So we'll have a 3-2 bases loaded, no out count again. The pitch, and that's hit out to over. That's over the right fielder's head, up against the wall. Jordan Prince throws the ball in, and we're going to have this fielder, Trevor Marsh, which now gives the Randolph Post a 7-4 lead There are still no outs. Runner on second. Now comes up your number 3 batter, the first baseman, Spencer Lanier.
The first baseman, number 12, Spencer Lanier.
That's ball 1 high. Very quickly, you see the bullpen get started again for the Hamburg Post. Taylor Vogel steps off. Line drive out to the left center field. Looks like we have just a little bobble by James. We now have an 8-4 ball game right now with still runner on second, nobody out. Pitch, strike 1. We're in the bottom of the 5th right now. 8-4, Randolph Post leading Hamburg Post. And then we have a wild pitch right there, dropped before the plate. Runner advances to third, so we've got runner on third, nobody out. Two balls, no strikes right now. The pitch. That's a foul ball, slices out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. Right now, it looks like number 7, Peyton Consigli, is warming up right now. For a fly ball in the right center, he's going for 2. Jordan Prince throws the ball over the shortstop's head over to third base. He gets a double right there, a looping double right now. Another run scores. We have a 9-4 ball game right now in favor of Randolph Post. Still nobody out, and we are sitting inside the bottom of the 5th inning right now. Coach Marty Zemansky is going out to talk to his pitcher right now. The Randolph Post team being very aggressively right now is going to come into the game. Peyton also from St. Francis High School right now is to come in to pitch. He's coming in right now to runner on second. And there are still nobody out in this game, in this ball game, in the bottom of the 5th inning. So he's literally starting from fresh right here. Taylor seemed to slip out in the mound. He didn't seem like he had. You almost wonder if it affected his leg a little bit because he looked like it was a little bit of hobble almost as he was walking. So I'm hoping that Taylor Vogel's okay, that it wasn't a slight injury that happened out there as he was pitching. You knew he was still battling, still trying to throw strikes, doing the right things for his team to try to get himself out of that inning. He's been big all season. He's been big in this game. He's the one who kept it close as they came into the 5th inning right now. So right now we'll see. We've got Peyton that's right now coming in Hamburg. So we'll see what happens here. A lot of movement right now, especially when you're talking about pitch counts that are involved and multiple games, especially games back to back to back to back like you got to do. So it is pitching staff, what's capable for you because anything can happen with these tournaments. And you're going to play game after game after game, if somebody's struggling, you want to make sure there's at a point where you're looking at numbers and when you're able to bring them back or can't bring them back so that you know it, which is why you're also seeing the Randolph Post throw multiple kids right now. What they're doing is keeping pitch counts low so that their pitching staff is all accessible to them moving forward.
The final pitch count on number 1, Taylor Vogel, is 73.
So Taylor Vogel just had 73 pitches is what he threw in this game. So right now, we're going to come up right now, coming up to bat, number 15, the shortstop, Easton Morgan. Again, nobody out, runner on second. And the pitch, it's a fly ball out to the outfield to center fielder Jake Goronski. He's underneath it. The catch, gets the ball in quick. Runner does not advance. So Peyton comes in and gets the first out of the inning. So there we go. We've got one out, runner on second. Brings up now number 5, the right fielder, Blake Marsh. And you just wonder if they're looking at pitch counts now. So off to the second baseman, Joey Roward makes the play over to first. We now have 2 outs. Runner advances from second to third. We now got runner on third. DH, Colby Hammer. Peyton delivers. Strike 1 over the plate. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch. And it slices it out over to left field. Hitch Edwards with the catch. Gets out of the inning. So now we have Randolph post 9, Hamburg post 4. We now go to the top of this to start off with the Hamburg post. Inning throws 4 pitches and gets himself out of the inning with 3 outs. So great job by Peyton to be able to come in and actually. They went down on multiple times to Rockland County. In fact, went down 5-0 and fought themselves back. So again, it all starts 1 pitch, 1 at bat. Anything can happen. Right now, it's to get base runners and to start things off. Leadoff batter is important, and that's exactly why you got one of their big batters up. Number 5, Ryan Smith with a big bases clearing double already with 3 RBIs. And he's going to come up and start things off. So huge person to be able to start this inning off. Again, leadoff batter is exactly what you're looking for right now. Near us. So we just had a lightning delay is, I guess, the best way to explain it. And we are now in the top of the 6th inning is where we stand right now. Ryan Smith from Maryville comes to bat. In the pitch, strike 1. The hot one here. High pitch, ball 2, 2 balls, 1 strike. 1 batter at a time, and the leadoff batter is now up for Hamburg post. And there's a pitch for a strike in the outside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Curve day, big at bats right now. Way to start himself off. That's what you wanted to start off if you're Hamburg post, to be able to get a runner on and to start things off. 1 run at a time, 1 batter at a time, like we said. Next up at bat, number 17, the designated hitter, Jake Zamansky. Jake with also a single earlier on in this game. And there's a And there's a foul ball sliced, rolls up the hill, up against the fence, back down the hill to the where the warm-up area is, the pitching rubbers in the warm-up area. We now have a count, no balls, 2 strikes on Jake Szymanski. And there's a fly ball, slicing foul. First baseman catches it, runs up the hill. Pitch, swing and a miss. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Right now to number 4, your center fielder. Couple big hits in this. So now we've got Spencer double play in foul territory. And if you can believe it, there's another pitcher warming up in the bullpen for the Randolph Post. I think they're going to try to make sure the entire team gets some workout on the end today. But out there is number 23, Travis Winslow, is actually warming up right now in the bullpen. First pitch to Spencer Lanier was actually a foul ball right off the net be in front of us. So we've got no balls, 1 strike right now on the first baseman. Around and score them. And that base hit's going to get another run across the board for the Randolph Post to now make it 11-4 in favor of Randolph Post. So that gives a hit to Spencer Lanier, the first baseman. Now coming up, the catcher, Austin Curry. We are right now in the bottom of the 6th, 11-4 with 11 hits for Randolph Post to 5 hits for the Hamburg Post. Peyton right now throws over for a pickoff move. And again, we have another Cameron Fordham for Randolph Post right now joining in the bullpen to get loose. So we'll see if we're going to see a new pitcher in the 7th inning or not. And then right now we had a ball outside on that the pitch, and that gets away. Going to advance over to second base. So runner on second, 2 outs. Peyton gets set. The pitch. There's a strike. So we've got 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. The pitch. And that's ball outside. Peyton gets set. Going to deliver the pitch. And that's high, ball 4. Nobody's warming up in the bullpen for Hamburg, so they're going to let Peyton finish this one out.
The shortstop, number 15, Easton Forte.
Next, the shortstop, 2 out. The pitch. And there's a strike called. The pitch, low ball. Count goes 1-1 right now. Peyton gets set. Two. Wind's starting to pick up here a little bit. You can really see it right now. The trees are really starting to blow. The flags are blowing. Wind all of a sudden coming in. Ball outside, 3 balls, 2 strikes. It's almost like that wind they were calling for earlier has finally arrived. And swing and a miss, strike 3. Peyton pitches out of that inning. So now we've got going to the top of the 7th with Randolph post 11.
3 runs up 2 hits, 1 error, 2 runners left on base. The official pitch count for Consigli is 31. 31.
Peyton Consigli had 31 7th right now, where we're going to go to the top of the lineup, where Joey Roward is going to start things off for the Hamburg Post. So we're seeing what they're doing for the pitching staff right now. There's been so many guys that have warmed up, and it looks like a new pitcher is going to come in. It is. It is number 7, Cameron Fordham is going to come in to pitch. Another lefty. He was one of the multitude of guys that went out there to warm up. But that's who's coming in to pitch right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention, please. Now pitching for post 45, number 7, Cameron Fordham.
So they're going to bring in Cameron Fordham to pitch the top of the 7th right now. No doubt a long way to go for the Hamburg Post, right? Yeah, but you just got to start it off one bat at a time, or at least build up. It looks like we've had lightning again, and we are going to go into another delay right here because of lightning right now. So we're going to sign off at this point. Probably will not come back. I will give updates via Twitter right now to how the game finishes. But being that we're going to get into another lightning delay, I'm not sure how long it will last. So please look out for Twitter. I will update you on the rest of the game.